Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
We've often seen neighbors unite against blight, but in this case, it seems someone has been putting out the welcome mat, encouraging illegal dumping. Off the top of our news tonight at 6, Help Me Hank has worked with the city for years to try to clean up blight and at the same time track down the illegal dumpers.
But tonight's case has an unusual twist, leading police to launch an investigation. Detroit's consumer investigator Hank Winchester live on the west side. And so, Hank, what have you learned?
Kimberly, Devin, I have to tell you what, I've never heard of a situation like this one before. You said it there at the top of the newscast. Investigators believe somebody in the neighborhood may have placed an ad saying, you can come here, dump on this lot, you pay me. Problem is, he doesn't own the property, it's city owned. The good news tonight, this property and another in the city have been cleaned up. Take a look at this huge mess in this west side neighborhood. Now see it from up above with the help of Drone 4. People here tell me they have had enough.
I mean, it's taken us over almost 10 years. We've been working on this for a long time.
Today, crews from the city cleaning it all up. This after Cynthia Wells and her neighbors called Help Me Hank to investigate.
Neighborhood meetings, we've been doing a lot of stuff trying to get this stuff cleaned up.
How do you feel today seeing this cleaned up?
You know what? I feel wonderful.
We got all kind of raccoon and possum and all that, and they come in the backyard, they dig up hole.
Now here's what's really interesting and disturbing, a real twist in this one. What we are being told by investigators is they believe someone in this neighborhood has actually been charging people, allowing them to illegally dump here. Well, now police are working to find out who's responsible.
There's a resident in the neighborhood that is actually profiting from what we understand. This is the word that came from the illegal dumper.
Raymond Scott is with the city of Detroit. This is literally one of the most bizarre dumping scenarios I've ever heard of.
True. I mean, it's not usual. It is bizarre. I agree with you on that, yes.
Yeah. Another neighborhood, another big mess we're tackling today. This has been sitting here for weeks on Burlingame on the west side, and today it is all being cleaned up once and for all. Back out here live tonight. Now, investigators do believe they know who's responsible for charging people to come into the neighborhood and illegally dump. They're conducting interviews right now. They're moving this investigation forward, and they want to remind you that illegally dumping in the city and charging people to illegally dump, it is a crime. We're talking big fines and the possibility of even jail time. We're live here tonight on the west side. Hank Winchester, Help Me Hank, Local 4.
Okay, Hank, thanks.
Prosecutors have filed charges in the death of an 18-year-old from Grand Blanc who was killed in Detroit. The body of Jacob Hills was found in the basement of a home on West Warren back on July 25th. Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy has announced charges against 23-year-old Avion Sanders of Westland. Worthy says Sanders and Hills met at a party in Detroit. Hills had brought with him his new AR-15. The two later drove to the West Warren home, and there investigators say Sanders killed the teenager and stole the rifle. Sanders should be arraigned tomorrow.
Tonight, the CDC announcing revised COVID-19 guidelines. According to the CDC, it's lifting the recommendation to quarantine if you come into close contact with an infected person. The CDC says people no longer need to stay at least 6 feet away from others. When it comes to schools, the CDC dropped a test to stay recommendation, which said exposed students could regularly test instead of quarantine to attend school.
A fight between cleaners ends up with one killing the other at the General Motors Orion Assembly Plant. 49-year-old Greg Robertson died at the scene shortly after deputies arrived to find him unconscious and bleeding. Robertson worked for a third-party cleaning crew contracted by General Motors. Greg's wife Colette told Local 4 he's had some minor issues, but nothing like this.
He's had some problems, and who hasn't, you know? But for the most part, he was a good guy. He's done some bad things. He paid the price for it, and he's been home the last 2 years, and he's been doing such a good job.
A 48-year-old man is in the Oakland County Jail. Murder charges could come as soon as tomorrow. As for the plant, it did sit idle today. It should reopen in the morning.
Heartbreaking images of dogs abandoned by a roadside, one of them inside a cage covered with wounds, the other tied up Both left to die unless the right person came along and decided to help. This is just one unique case, but as our Victor Williams reports, rescue groups see it as part of a larger trend that needs attention.
It's hard to believe the condition in which these dogs were found. They were abandoned and left to die right here on the west side. But the rescue group that found them says it's not that surprising after all.
Hi, it's okay. We got a call from an officer that said there was 2 dogs that needed rescuing. We rushed over and wanted to see what we could do to help.
Juniper Fleming with Rebel Dogs Detroit insisting it's a miracle they were able to rescue a pair of dogs now named Crop Top and Buffalo.
One of them was in a crate and the other one was tied up next to the crate. The one that was in the crate was barking, very reactive, very scared. And he had lesions and wounds all over his body.
Look closely at Buffalo's skin and he's covered with sores and an elbow growth on his arm. His buddy Crop Top stayed by his side the entire time.
A Crop Top is just as friendly as can be.
This is Crop Top and Buffalo just a few hours after their treatment.
Good boy. I know it's kind of scary. It's okay.
Juniper says this is one of the many examples of dogs being abandoned versus what happened during the initial outbreak of COVID-19.
We're finding that as a rescue, at the beginning of COVID, we saw a huge influx of people wanting to adopt dogs, which was incredible. We were able to rescue and adopt so quickly. Now we're getting way more calls about dogs that are found, dogs that people are trying to surrender, and we're not able to help because applications for adoption and fostering just aren't coming in at the same speed.
Despite the harsh numbers, Rebel Dogs is doing what they can to help, opening up their own shelter on the west side. But even their rescues can be in jeopardy of coming to a standstill if more people don't foster. Regardless of that, they still want the city to do more about the strays on the street.
There aren't a lot of resources for surrendering dogs in need, especially dogs in need of medical care within the city. So unfortunately, a lot of people resort to dumping them in a myriad of creative or not so creative ways.
Well, it was a beautiful ending to at least this story, but once again, Rebel Dogs Detroit is looking for any type of fosters out there willing to apply. So if you do meet that criteria, head over to clickondetroit.com as well as rebeldogsdetroit.com for information on how you can make a huge difference. Victor Williams, Local 4.
And it's a great organization. Okay, Victor, thanks.
A rare invasive insect has been detected in Michigan for the first time. State agricultural officials say a small population of spotted lanternfly has been found in Pontiac. There's concern the insect could hurt Michigan's grape industry because it feeds on grapes, but also a variety of trees. The spotted lanternfly leaves a sticky liquid which then turns into a mold, and that mold can then discolor and or kill plants. The insect has spread rapidly across the eastern parts of the United States since 2014. Now made its way to us. It moves pretty easily on things like firewood, tires, campers. Here's what the DNR says you can do. Routinely check your vehicle for lanternflies or insect eggs. Always park your vehicle with the windows closed. Remove and destroy pests around your home or workplace when you find them. Also remove potential host trees, in this case the ailanthus, also known as the tree of heaven, and report any sightings of this critter to the DNR. Photos are best. Those can be submitted through the Eyes in the Field page, which is on the Michigan DNR website.
Well, it's been a busy week at local doctors' offices and hospitals as COVID cases continue to tick up, and a new concern has more people seeking help.
Also, more people getting stung, and that's about to get worse. Dr. Frank McGeorge here live with his weekly look at what's going around. Frank?
Yeah, Kim and Evan, many doctors are getting questions about monkeypox and seeing patients worried about various rashes. But for the first time in our weekly reports, we're hearing about multiple people actually testing positive. And that's just one concern this week. Here's what's going around where you live. In Wayne County, Henry Ford Health same-day clinics are seeing an uptick in COVID patients, plus some strep throat and an increase in bug bites and bee stings. Trinity St. Mary Mercy Livonia also reports more bites and stings this week. The CVS mini clinics are seeing COVID, viral croup, and seasonal allergies. Moving to Oakland County, Trinity St. Joseph Mercy Oakland is seeing an increase in COVID. Dr. Stephen McGraw at Ascension Providence also reports a number of mild COVID cases and children suffering from asthma flare-ups. The CVS mini clinics are treating COVID, allergic rashes, and sinus infections. Looking at Washtenaw County, Michigan Medicine is reporting COVID cases in all ages. In children, Dr. Prashant Mahajan is also treating stomach viruses, upper respiratory viruses, and asthma. Some adults are coming in with stomach viruses too, but not at the same level as in kids. Heading in Monroe County, ER doctors at ProMedica Monroe Regional say COVID continues to increase. They're also treating a number of gastrointestinal illnesses. Over to Macomb County, Dr. Joseph Flynn in the ER at McLaren Macomb has seen multiple people testing positive for monkeypox, though few requiring hospitalization. Henry Ford Sterling Heights is seeing some COVID and an unusually large amount of strep throat. The CVS Mini Clinics report strep tonsillitis, ear infections, and poison ivy. Finally, in Livingston County, doctors are seeing some COVID cases there too, and Trinity St. Joseph Mercy Livingston and Trinity Brighton are both reporting an increase in bee stings and bee sting reactions. Now, a word of warning. Hornets, wasps, and yellow jackets all tend to become more aggressive this time of year. As they leave their hives, they're really extremely hungry and they're looking for sweets and proteins. That tends to draw them to barbecues and garbage cans. So make sure that you keep food, drinks, and trash covered because that can help make them less attracted to your yard. Back to you.
Starting to see them. All right, good advice, Frank. Thanks.